I am the Beetle, and this is Football 101, and this is show number 3131, and it is all about college football playoff update. That's right, college football playoff update. It's about time. Oh my gosh, it's November 7th, and yes, the college football playoff rankings are officially out. I know, it's here, it's really happening now. It's really happening, folks. Yes, this is the Beetle, and I want to present this Football 101 show because the college football playoff rankings just went out, and just a couple of days ago. And so I want to give you our take, Football 101 takes, perspective on the college football playoff ranking, the AP Top 25, which doesn't matter right now. It's all about the college football playoff rankings. It's crazy time now. Everybody is getting crazy. It's that time of the season. It's November. It's getting down to the final few games. And the playoffs are almost here. But the rankings and the final few games make a difference. Like I said in show number 28, college football rankings and Heisman race, I'm going to make some corrections, obviously, from that show, but majority of it still stays the same. So there you go. That's the setup. So I just want to thank all the listeners for Football 101. We've had a great time. We're going to continue the activity as much as possible. It's crazy in college football. It's crazy everywhere. But we're going to continue to produce our shows. I want to thank Podbean. Of course, we have to thank our sponsors, Podbean for showcasing our podcast on their platform. Thank you, Podbean. Thank you, iTunes, Google Play. iTunes, Apple Play, Apple Podcast, that is, and then Google Play, Google Podcast. Thank you, Google Play Music. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, I want to thank Spotify for getting us out there. And last but not least, I want to thank YouTube, and all our 261 subscribers. So there you go. That's the setup. Hopefully I won't lose my voice, but let me get to the college football rankings right now. It's a madhouse, and I was just surprised of the first. Now, of course, there's going to be several rankings each and every week, but right now, it's time to give you the college football rankings, November 7th. Here's the playoffs right now. Number 1. I can't believe it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes. I can't believe it. But anyway, yes. I almost lost it. I fell to the floor when it happened. Ohio State. Oh my gosh. 8-0. Oh, we're going to get to that in just a second. Number 2, LSU. The Tigers. LSU. Number 3, Alabama. Bama, baby. Bama. And number 4, did I call it? Penn State Nittany Lions. Number 4. My 2 Big Ten teams, 2 SEC teams, and number 5 right on the edge is Clemson. Clemson's right there. Number 5. Number 6, Georgia. Number 7, Oregon. Number 8, Utah. Number 9, Oklahoma. And number 10, Florida. Wow. So the top 4 teams, playoff teams, and we're going to have, oh, by the way, there's going to be so much discussion about this because they're already talking about expanding the playoff teams. It really shouldn't come down to 4 teams. It really shouldn't. They need to expand it. And let me just, oh my gosh, let me give a shout. I'm a little bit of a homer, yes. I have to give a shout out to Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer. Man, have you seen the college Fox noon show with Urban Meyer every Saturday? He's sitting there with Brady Quinn. He's sitting there with Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. But man, Urban Meyer was throwing down the knowledge this past weekend about expanding the college football playoffs. The man is deep. I kid you not. You listen, and you just should have seen how the rest of the athletes, Reggie Bush, Leinart, and whatever his name is, Brady Quinn. No, I'm just kidding. They were just in awe of Urban Meyer. He's like a guru on that Fox show. But they throw down the knowledge. I give them credit, man. Wow, they went into the playoffs. So I'm going to have to give you my take on the college football playoffs. Okay, here it goes down. It's going to be tough. It's like I said, this is going to be the most dramatic college football playoff ever. It's going to be so much controversy, so much excitement, ever. Yes. Let me calm down in the studio. Let me take a breath. Okay. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes #1. Wow. Well, here's what their remaining schedule will be. This weekend, Maryland, November 9th. That's Maryland, hosting Maryland. Then, November 16th, Rutgers, at Rutgers. There's 2 wins. November 23rd, they host Penn State Nittany Lions. Oh my God! That's the telltale game. But it may not be. But anyway, that is the big time game. November 23rd. And then the kicker, oh my gosh, let me just run this down. You know the kicker. Michigan. The last game, November 30th. And I just have a feeling that Michigan, they're putting their stuff together. They're in rated 14th in the nation, and in the also college football playoff rankings. Harbaugh, they have a trump card. I'm just saying. If I just feeling like there's a trump card coming from Michigan and Harbaugh, because he's got dogged out so much. I even dogged him out. But the trump card at the end of the season for the Ohio State Buckeyes is Michigan. And initially, I said that was not going to be the game. I thought the Wisconsin game was going to be the game. Ohio State blew out Wisconsin. Wisconsin is gone. Wisconsin. They dropped the 13th. And so they were my dark horse favorite. But I picked Penn State as another dark horse. But here's the kicker. Again, looking at the schedule. 4 more games. And that Michigan game, November 30th, may kick Ohio State out of the college football playoff rankings. Did you hear me? Just may happen. Because it's going to be Penn State and then at Michigan. Think about it. They beat Penn State, feeling good, cocky, going into Michigan. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert! Look out, Buckeyes! It's that last game. It's not going to be Penn State. It's going to be that Michigan game that just may be the spoiler. So, again, I have to throw that out there. Let's look at, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I gotta go. Number 2, LSU. The big game for LSU is this weekend. It's against Bama. This is the game. this regular season game of the century. Like I said, this LSU, Alabama, it's crazy. It's crazy across college football right now. It's crazy. This, and they're playing at Bama, by the way. So, all the hype. Joe Burrow, Mr. Heisman. He's number one Heisman candidate right now. I'm still picking Jalen, but Joe Burrow, transfer from the Ohio State University. Hello! Is playing. They elevated the game. No doubt. LSU has elevated their game. And they are picked in the AP Top 25, number one. And by the way, Ohio State is number 3 in the AP 25. Bama is 2. Clemson 4. Penn State 5. So, but right now, LSU, they just play. They're playing. They are good. They have an up-tempo game. Burrow getting into his wide receivers. Their defense flying around. Yeah, let me just say this, man. I'm liking LSU. I'm not a SEC, but you gotta like what LSU is doing, and the coach. You gotta love the head coach. He's so man. He is so Louisiana. He's from that area. You just gotta feel for him. He's such a classic LSU Tiger. You gotta love him. I mean, come on. You gotta give it to him. I'll give him props. Man, they just got it. They got the swagger, but they're confident, and yet they turn it on when they need to. So yes, I'm really liking LSU. Yes, I'm liking LSU. Then Bama, playing in Bama, Nick Saban, they're right there. Yeah, that could be another spoiler alert. you know Saban and his methodical self. Oh, Saban. We always got to come back to Bama and Saban. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of Saban. But they are there. They got the quality athletes, and of course, they're bringing it. And Tua will be playing. He was injured. He'll be back. This is the game of the decade during the regular season. This is it. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. These are the type of games that you really love during the regular season. Okay, the rest of SEC stuff is, but look at this. That's the reason I don't like the SEC. They have this big game, and then Alabama finishes with Mississippi State, Western Carolina, and Auburn. Can you believe it? They pad the back end of their schedule. And that's what Urban Meyer was talking about, really pissed about, how the SEC pads the back end of their schedule. They pad it with easy wins. Yes, they pad it. That's the reason why they're always there. Can you believe Bama playing Western Carolina? That score is going to be 90-0. Makes no sense. Call out the SEC on that. Yeah, I'm mad about that. And then we have, just check this out, the difference between the SEC. Yes, I'm biased, but look at the schedule. Penn State has to finish out with this big game right now is November 9th. That's Minnesota. Minnesota is 8-0. What, 8-9-0. 8-0. TJ Fleck coming from Western Michigan. Got the boys believing in and rowing the boat. Up in Minnesota, they rowing that boat. He's crazy. He's good crazy. You gotta love Fleck, man. You gotta love that coach. He turned Minnesota around. pretty fast, by the way. But they haven't been. Oh, I don't know. They've been playing some good opponents. But here, I got another spoiler alert. What is this? I got nothing but spoiler alerts. But let me get it. Penn State has to play Minnesota this weekend. This could be a spoiler alert. Okay, this could knock Penn State out of but I just really like Penn State and the coach. But they're going into Minnesota. That's a spoiler alert. And then they have, after that, Indiana. Now, Indiana has been playing out of their minds. They're like 7-1 in the Big Ten. Indiana? But they play Minnesota at Minnesota, then they host Indiana, and then they go to Ohio State, as I said, they finish with Rutgers. So, these are not, the Big Ten doesn't pad. Well, Rutgers is an easy win. But again, they go against quality teams. They don't go out of their conference and beat up these smaller teams just to rake in some easy money, easy wins, and easy stats. But watch out for, Michigan. I want to throw in Michigan in here because they are a spoiler alert. Like I said, Michigan is a spoiler alert because they finish with, they have a bye. They start off with Michigan State. Then they go to Indiana. Now, Harbaugh is going to be surprised at that Indiana team. Again, they're much faster. Watch out for that Indiana team. And then they finish with Ohio State. But I think Michigan will be primed and ready for that Ohio State game at the end of the season. And then, hold on. Like I said previously, with the earlier Clemson, Clemson is still on the outs. Clemson is still on the outs. My man Dabo Swinney, he's pissed. He's still pissed. But like I told you, look at their schedule now. And by the way, November 9th, this weekend, they play NC State, Wolfpack. And guess what? I'm going to be there for both of the ones. It's going to be in the stadium. This is an ABC game. I'm going with my homie, Darian. Yeah, he's my homie. We going to the game this weekend, this Saturday, prime time. Check us out. Yes, Football 101, the Beetle goes live. Look at goes live. So we're gonna be at that game anyway. I want to see Clemson up close and personal. And by the way, I got good seats. Football 101 Beetle has good seats for this daggone good game. Yeah, we're gonna be out there in the elements in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're gonna be checking out Clemson and Dabo and the boys and see what they're made of. Now it should be a blowout, but hey, NC State, Wolfpack, you never know. They're a young team, but they're gonna bring it. So Clemson finishes with NC State. Then they play Wake Forest. Then they have an open date. Wow. Have an open date at the back. Another open date. And then they finish at South Carolina. So like I said, their schedule keeps them on the out. And yes, they can run the table. They could be 12-0. But the quality of their competition keeps them number 4 or 5. And more than likely, they know the team, the committee who decide these rankings, they know Clemson will be right there, and they know that Clemson more likely will be undefeated. So they will have to place them in the top 4. They will have to. They know Ohio State, Penn State, they're going to fall. They know LSU or Alabama, they have to fall. They have to maneuver back and forth. But again, check out and Georgia is right on the outs there. Georgia, again, I got some key indications from one of my A person I follow a lot on online, and he says, and he's a great, he's a play-by-play guy, and I have to give him credit. Says keep an eye on Georgia with the one loss. Georgia has the next Missouri, at Auburn, Texas A&M, and at Georgia Tech. Good solid games. The big game is at Auburn. But if they're a one-loss team, they may sneak in as well. But that's a long shot. That's a long shot. But again, right now, my gosh, I would have to say, I'm still saying it. Ohio State number one. I'm picking the Buckeyes. I'm picking the Buckeyes. I'm picking the Buckeyes. I changed my mind. Initially, I said, well, they're going to be on the outs. I'm picking the Buckeyes. Of course I'm picking the Buckeyes. Man. But I have to tell you, when I saw them live against Miami University back in September, they did not look impressive. But boy, have they stepped it up. The Buckeyes, the Ohio State Buckeyes, have stepped it up. And, of course, I'm surprised that they're number one in the college football rankings. And I think it's a setup. I think it's really a setup by the committee. Because they know on the back end, the Buckeyes have to prove themselves against Penn State and Michigan. And, again, I think it's a setup, but they picked Ohio State, and I've already picked Ohio State in my mind. But, I'm just a little cautious. The Beatles a little cautious. But guess what? We're sticking with the Ohio State Buckeyes to win it all 2019-2020. That's right. You heard it first. The Ohio State Buckeyes will win this college football playoff rankings. You knew it was going to come down to this. I knew it. I'm just being modest. But let's go for it right now. The Ohio State Buckeyes will win the most dramatic playoff championship of all time. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. It really doesn't. I am how many minutes? 22 minutes in. Wow. I'm gonna have to do another show after another playoff rankings, because I just feel like the world is again against Ohio State because they're setting things up. And quite honestly, I thought they would be. I think that I initially picked them third or fourth. But I think again, when you're picked number one right now, and when you have how many more weeks you have, 4 more weeks to go, another month. A lot of things happen. But I'm picking and sticking. I'm born and bred. Born and bred Buckeye. I'm going to stick with them from start to finish. What else is new? We gotta go with the boys of Buckeyes. With the Ohio State. That's enough. Time out. I'm going down. I'm digressing now. But I was quite surprised that I have to stick with it. But watch out. There's going to be some crazy stuff happening each and every week. It's going to be a madhouse. It's going to be a complete madhouse. And there's going to be a lot of conspiracy. There's going to be a lot of internal turmoil and a lot of stuff on social media and just really a lot of stuff just on the field. And but I have to give it up to the Ohio State Buckeyes. They are quite frankly very talented team athletically. They are just very sound offensively and defensively. Man, they just bring it both sides of the table now. And they are elevating their game, by the way. They truly are elevating their game. And let me give a quick shout out to Chase Young. Chase Young Jr. is a monster. He's a beast. He has elevated the entire defense. Chase Young, I'm a defensive player, so I have to give it up to the defense. Chase Young, man, he's going to be a beast in the NFL. Man, he is just taking over. So, yeah, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Thank you very much. I'm done. I gave it up. I gave it up to the Buckeyes. It's going to be a crazy 4 weeks. Hold on, everybody. It's going to be a crazy ride. This is Football 101. Giving it up. This is show number 31, College Football Playoff Update. I want to thank all our sponsors. Podbean. I want to thank iTunes and what is it? Apple Play, Google Play Music. I want to thank Spotify. I want to thank also, guess what? I want to thank YouTube. Wow, I made it through the show. 26 minutes in. There you go. This is College Football Rankings Playoff Update. I'm the Beetle. If you differ from my opinion, please email me at ejb88@92@gmail.com. That's right, ejb88@92@gmail.com. And yes, you know we're going to have a live stream show right in the midst of everything. I'm going to have a live stream show more than likely in early December. So we look out for Football 101, the message of a live stream show, and hopefully it works in the sphere. But we're scheduling a special live stream show. So this is the Beetle, and this is Football 101. We out. Yeah, we out.